will I have a payout or not on the instant funded 100k account? That's what we'll try to find out in this video. To give you guys some context, in case you haven't watched the video from last week, I bought a 100k instant funded account with the prop firm that goes by the name of Institutional Trading Academy, and my goal with this instant funded account is to get in profit, ask for a payout, and see if this instant funding prop firm actually pays out. If you've watched last week's video, you know that currently we are in a small drawdown. To be more exact, we are in a 0.67% drawdown. That's why the goal for this week is to get the account out of drawdown, and why not getting in profit and then ask for a payout as well. Now that you know what's up, let's briefly discuss about the plan. I will only take the day trading setups. Why? Because they have a rule that doesn't allow me to hold trades overnight. Because of that, I won't be able to take any swing trading setups. I will only stick to the day trading ones because the day trading ones play out within minutes to couple hours. Very rarely I have to hold them overnight. When it comes to the risk, it is very simple. On the funded accounts, I always like to stick to the 0.5% risk per trade. In some rare occasions, when I get, let's say, into a losing streak, knowing that the next trade will have a higher probability of winning, only then I will risk 1% instead of 0.5%. That's why today, for example, knowing that last week we had a couple losses in a row, if today, for example, I'll see a very good looking A+ setups, I will go ahead and I'll risk 1% instead of 0.5%. And lastly, when it comes to the trades, it is very simple, guys. You already know that I'm very picky, I'm very selective, and I will only stick to the A+ setups, the setups that have a bigger probability of winning. That means that, for example, today, if I won't see any good looking A+ setups, I won't enter the market. I won't FOMO in just to take a setup, just to be in a setup and try to make the video look better. No, I'll keep it super simple and straightforward. And that being said, I will soon have lunch, and then as soon as the New York Stock Exchange will open, I'll be back on the charts with an update. All right, so the stock exchange just opened and I did my first day trading analysis of the day. But before we go over the charts real quick, let's hop on the dashboard. Let me refresh. So you guys can see that I'm at minus 0.664%. Actually, I said minus 0.67, but it's pretty much the same thing. And also real quick, I want to show you guys that today we have some bank holidays on the Australian dollar, on the franc, and on the euro. So knowing that we have these holidays, plus the fact that it's Monday, today the volume might not be ideal, but we'll see as we go. Okay, why not real quick, let me show you the MetaTrader as well so you guys can see the balance. Let me show you the settings as well so you can see it's under my name. And yeah, now we're ready to go over the charts. Currently I have my eyes on Nasdaq, gold, and US30. On Nasdaq, on the 1 hour, we have this valid low, this valid high. Price took out the high and it entered this H1 supply right here. Okay, and as we can see, it has a beautiful reaction to it. Because of that, on the 5 minute, I am now waiting for a aggressive shift, and it looks like we might have it. Okay, we can see that price broke structure here very impulsively, okay, with a full body closure below this low, which is exactly what we want. Now I'm waiting to see if this VVG will be confirmed. If it will, then we might have a setup here. However, let me quickly check, because the TP might be past the opposite liquidity level, and if that's the case, that won't be ideal. But no, this will be a valid setup. Okay, so I might place it very soon in the next 2 minutes. Real quick, I want to go over the other pairs as well so that I have time to send the setup in my group and then also place it. And on that note, if you guys want to apply for my mentoring program to be able to learn from me from A to Z and also trade with me from Monday to Friday by being a member of the private community, click the first link down below and apply for it. On gold, we have this valid high, this valid low, we have a sweep of the low, and we might have a beautiful H1 sweep depending on how this H1 will close. If it will close like this, okay, above the low basically, on the 5 minute, I will then look for a bullish shift. On US30, same exact story as on gold, valid low, valid high, we might have a beautiful H1 sweep. If we do, then on the 5 minute, we'll wait for a bullish aggressive shift. Euro dollar is in between, GJ is in between, GU is also in between, very similar looking to Euro dollar, and lastly USHF is also in between. So yeah, for now this is the update. now I need to send this setup in my community and also place it because it just became valid. Okay, so yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. It's almost 7 p.m. my time, 5 p.m. UK time, and by the looks of it, I'll have no trades today on the instant funded 100k account. Even though I had a potential A+ on NASDAQ, this one right here, that I wasn't able to enter due to the margin. Okay, I tried to enter it, but because the stop loss was too tight, I wasn't able to enter it. I even tried to enter some smaller lot size and basically enter multiple times, but I wasn't able to do it. As you guys can see here, these are the two trades I tried entering. I tried to enter 0.3, I think 4 or 5 times, and I wasn't able to do that. Hence why I decided to close it. That's why the balance, as we can see, is still there. Okay, let me show you the settings once again. All right. Why not? Let's quickly refresh the dashboard for extra transparency. As we can see, this is the current loss. Still, same exact drawdown basically. And now, let me show you guys how today went. So over here on NASDAQ, we had a potential A+. On the 1 hour, we swept the high, we entered this H1 supply and reacted beautifully from it. Then on the 5 minute, I waited for the aggressive shift. That came right here. Okay, as we can see, very, very aggressive one. Was really looking good. Okay, the bearish volume, the good looking VVG, it was looking very on point, but then price just decided to head higher. Luckily, I didn't enter it due to the fact that the stop loss was too small. Okay, next up on gold, I had another potential over here as well. On the 1 hour, price swept the low and it gave a beautiful H1 sweep. And then on the 5 minute, I was able to identify the shift right here. However, due to the fact that it was a wick shift, because if we look closely, this gray candle here didn't close above the high. It only wicked above it, and then with the next candle, this VVG was mitigated. Okay, entry would have been here, and as we can see, yes, it would have been a beautiful setup, but it wasn't according to my plan. It wasn't an A+ setup. Ultimately, I didn't take it. Okay, and then it liquidated the upper liquidity level as well, but now it is too late and the structure doesn't really help us either. Next up on US30, another potential over here as well. On the 1 hour, we swept the low, gave a beautiful H1 sweep, reacted from this H1 plus H4 fair value gap. And then on the 5 minute, I identified this impulsive shift as well. But as we can see, we have one VVG, second one, third one, fourth one. The move has already happened without us, hence why there is nothing I can take here. Next up on USHF, again, another potential over here. Even though we had bank holidays today, the market still moved, okay? Because as we can see, we had some potentials today. On USHF, only 1 hour, we have a sweep of this high, and then price just went ballistic towards the downside, gave a beautiful shift over here. I wanted to enter on the second VVG, but as we can see, price just went lower without tapping us in, okay? And then on euro dollar, price stayed in between. Same story with GJ, same story with GU. So ultimately today we had no setups on the instant funded accounts. Yeah, Monday is now officially over. Looking forward to tomorrow to see how the markets will move then. It is Tuesday now and the stock exchange is opening very, very soon. That's why I hopped on the charts and I did my analysis on the day trading pairs. Before going over the analysis real quick, let's hop on the dashboard. Let's refresh it to show you guys that I didn't take any new trades. And now let's get into these charts. First of all, we have gold. That is looking pretty good. On the 1 hour, we have this varied high, this varied low. Price liquidated the high. And as we can see, we have a beautiful H1 sweep because we have these 2 hourly candles that both went above this high, but closed below it, okay? We're also rejecting from this H1 plus H4 fair value gap. And now on the 5 minute, this already gave a setup before the stock exchange open. And because of that, I'm waiting for this high right here to get liquidated. Okay, that's what I'm currently waiting for right now on gold. If this high will get liquidated, I will then look for a bearish shift. Next up, we have euro dollar. Over here, I really like how the hourly time frame is looking. So check this out. We have these 2 valid highs over here. Both of them were taken out. Price also gave a beautiful H1 sweep because this previous candle failed to close above these highs. And looks like now price is entering this H1 supply, okay? This is the supply I'm talking about, this one right here, all right? And why not let me quickly mark it, guys. All right, so just marked it to have it visible on the 5-minute as well. And now, of course, on the 5-minute, I'm waiting for a impulsive bearish market structure shift. Okay, that's what I'm currently waiting for. We have another 5-minute liquidation over here. So again, you guys know what I like to say when I see these 5-minute liquidations. I basically think of it as a pit stop where price is accumulating volume until it will make the move in the opposite direction. Okay, so yeah, euro dollar definitely looking good. I'll definitely keep my eyes on it. Next up, we have Nasdaq. On Nasdaq, we have this varied high, this varied low. Price is currently in between. Same story on US 30. Okay, what I do like is that the price section is looking pretty clear. On USHEF also, price is in between, might take out the low soon, we'll see. GBP JPY is also in between, very clear price action once again. And lastly, GBP USD, very high, very low, price is currently in between. All right, so for now, I will be very focused on Euro USD because it is looking great. Okay, this setup is looking very good. And of course, depending on the 5-minute shift, this could be an A++ setup. And if it will, I will then go ahead and risk 1% on it. Yeah, that's pretty much it for now, guys. Just ended this day as well, and it was a very good one. Check this out, guys. Look what we have here. Remember that in my last update, I told you guys that on Euro USD, we have a very beautiful potential A+ if it will give us an aggressive shift. Look what happened. It gave us the aggressive shift right here. 1 hour was looking really good. Once again, to recap, it swept this high, it entered this H1 plus H4 supply, rejected from it. And then on the 5-minute, I identified this aggressive shift, 2 very good looking VVGs. Entry was on the second one. And as we can see, it had a very beautiful sniper reaction and went straight in profit. But this isn't it. Besides this setup, I was able to take a second one on USD CHF. However, on this one, I risked 0.5%. On euro dollar, you guys already know I risked 1% due to the fact that it was looking A++, so to say. On USHEF, on the 1 hour, we see that it liquidated this low over here. It gave us a beautiful H1 sweep. It also reacted to this tiny little H1 VVG. And then on the 5-minute, everything looked textbook. Okay, we also had a liquidation here, which was a pretty good confluence due to the fact that if we look closely, we had many equal lows over here or at a similar level. Price liquidated them on the 5-minute and then went ballistic to the upside, breaking structure here with some very good bullish volume. A very good looking VVG entry was right on it. And once again, we had a pretty good sniper entry over here as well. Price went straight into profit and I closed both of these trades on the instant funded 100K account. I will leave a short screen record on the screen now. The reason I closed it is because I previously mentioned, you guys know it already, that with this account, I will either ask for a payout at 1% profit, 1.5%, or 2%. Right now, we can see that the account is sitting at 1.3%, 1.3K profit. Once again, let me show you the settings. These are the settings. Let me show you the history of today. These are the 2 trades and the balance once again, okay? So we are in a 1.3% profit. Because of that, I thought to close it due to the fact that tomorrow we have the CPI as well, and then we have Thursday and Friday. And I didn't want it to risk, so to say, to leave these trades running all the way to the 2RR to then have a break even tomorrow, not trade at all, and then have Thursday and Friday. I wanted to do my best to try and qualify for the payout this week. And because of that, I closed both trades. Of course, on my other accounts, I still have these trades open with the stop loss moved at break even, and I have my final target at the 2RR. Okay, that's what I am aiming for. And also, I'm very happy that these 2 trades were caught on today's live. If you're in the community, you know what I'm talking about. If you're in the live, you know what I am talking about. Okay, already receiving feedbacks from you guys regarding these trades. It was a really beautiful day. And besides these two, I had another potential on US 30. However, on this one, I didn't enter. Let me show you. On the 1 hour, we swept this high. It was a beautiful H1 sweep because it didn't close above. And it also entered an H1 FVG plus H4 supply. It is this one right here. Then on the 5 minute, I waited for the shift. The shift came right here. But as we can see, it was a wick shift due to the fact that it failed to close below. Okay, after that, entry would have been on this FVG, and we can see that it was the right decision because we essentially avoided a losing trade. Besides that, gold stayed in between. On gold, yes, initially I had this high in mind, but price closed above it fully, and besides the beautiful H1 sweep, there was no other potential confluence. That's why I looked left and I identified the new valid high there. Nasdaq stayed in between. Same story with GJ, same story with GU. So today, these were the only two setups. Once again, was a really beautiful day, and I'm very happy that I was able to get the account out of Drawdown and also secure a good profit, because now the next step is to probably complete the KYC verification, then the contract, and then I think we should be able to ask for the payout. But of course, I'll keep you guys alongside me with the process, and we'll see how it goes, because that's the main objective of this video. Okay, and yeah, I hope once again that I made you understand, made you realize how trading actually looks like, what trading is about. Once again, similar to the 200k series, on the 200k funded account, I started with a choppy period, with some choppy trades, same way as we started here. Okay, last week we had some choppy trades. Yesterday, start of this week, wasn't great either, but then due to the fact that I was able to stick to my plan and only take A+ setups today, I had 2 wins. Okay, I had 2 wins. I had this euro-dollar setup that I told you guys before it gave the shift, that if this one gives a shift, it will be a very good looking setup. I took advantage of it and I risked 1%. Okay, so yeah, this is how trading looks like. Once again, I'm telling you to ask yourself, how many people do you see online doing series like this? Okay, because it's a lot easier to just post huge profits without explaining everything. But I do think, and I do hope, that more and more people start to understand the reality of trading and what's real and what isn't real. Okay, so yeah, enough talking. Now the next step should be to ask for a payout, and I will keep you guys updated with the whole process. It is Wednesday now. I just had lunch. Earlier I was to the gym as well. So far it was a very productive day. And now I'm at my desk and I have the time to complete the KYC and then the contract as well. These are the next 2 steps I need to take to then be able to ask for the payout. Due to the fact that I need to input some personal details for the KYC and also for the contract, I won't be able to record that. But afterwards, when the time will come for me to ask for the payout, that's when I will for sure record. All right, so the KYC verification has been completed. I've also sorted the contract, and now what we need to do is go over the payment details. And what I did here, because I've already submitted the payment details, I saw that they have crypto as an option, and this is something that I did in the past with other prop firms as well, where I reached out to their customer support and I asked if they have a different option, because I highly prefer PayPal or bank account over crypto due to the fact that the process is a lot easier. Whereas with the crypto, from my Trust wallet, I then have to transfer it to my exchange, and then from the exchange to the bank account, it takes more time, there's more fees, and I just prefer straight to bank or PayPal a lot more. And they were kind enough to give me the PayPal option. They said that I should paste my PayPal address over here and then click save. I've already done that. And now if we go at the profit share section, we can see that the payment details have been added, but I cannot ask for a payout just now due to the fact that there's a minimum days rule that they have. I think it's either 10 or 14 days since the time you buy the account. And we have 2 days, 4 hours and 7 minutes left, and also a minimum trading days rule, and we are at 5 out of 7. I completed today already. I've entered this 0.01 trade on euro dollar. This is the trade. Once again, let me show you guys the settings and also the balance. Okay, I've entered it, left it for a couple seconds, and then close it to complete the day. I will do the same thing tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday. And then the last trading day will be completed on Monday. And that's when I will then try to ask for a payout, because on Monday we should be able to ask for it. Okay, so yeah, that's the plan, and I will see you guys on Monday. All right, so it is Monday now, and the payout day is finally here. Just completed the 7 minimum trading days earlier today with this trade as the final trade. This trade on GBP/USD opened a 0.01, closed it 2 minutes afterwards. Once again, let me show you guys the balance. We can see it's at 101.3. The settings as well real quick. Once again, the balance, and I just requested the payout. Okay, I just requested the payout. We can see that it is pending now. And now what I'll do is, let me refresh real quick to see. And yeah, as we can see, it is pending. And now all I have to do is wait. Probably on email I receive the updates regarding it. And yeah, I will keep you guys updated. Just received an email from them. Let's quickly enter it. And as we can see, it's a withdrawal request submitted mail. We are notifying you that your withdrawal request has been successfully submitted. We will review your account and you should receive an update shortly. Status is still pending. So yeah, they will basically review the account now. And after that, they will update me here on mail with their decision. So yeah, let's wait for now. All right, it is still Monday. It is Monday night now. It is 11 p.m. I think I've never filmed so late. I've just got back home from tennis. I ate something real quick and I hopped on my laptop, because whilst I was playing tennis, I received this email here, but I wanted to wait till I get home to open it with you guys. Okay, so let's click on it. And as we can see, the withdrawal request has been approved. Congratulations, your withdrawal request has been approved. The amount is $1,320. This is the profit split, 95%. And right here we have the payout certificate as well. However, I didn't receive the payment yet. Okay, I haven't received the payment yet. Hopefully tonight or maybe tomorrow morning it will be processed. I will keep you guys updated. I've checked PayPal and I haven't received the payment yet. I've checked the spam folder as well. There's no new email from PayPal. Real quick, on the dashboard we can see that right here the status is now approved. So hopefully soon the payout should be processed as well. And over here at the certificate section, we can see that the certificate appears. Okay, so everything seems to be in order. The only thing that's missing is the payout arrived in the PayPal account, but hopefully soon that will be sorted. Okay, and yeah, I think I will see you guys in the morning because I'm super tired now. I will hop in the shower and then I will go straight to bed, and hopefully when I wake up, I'll wake up to a beautiful notification. Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday morning now, and I received the payout. Okay, let me show you guys on the mail. We can see that I received the notification from PayPal right here, $1,254 at 1:39 a.m. So I received it whilst I was sleeping, and when I woke up, I was very happy to see that the payout was processed. And also real quick, I have searched to see if this was the actual split. As we can see, 95% of $1,320, that was the profit, equals 1,254, and that's exactly the amount I've received. Okay, so yeah, overall I'm happy about the process. I'm happy that the payout was processed and that we didn't have to wait a lot for it. Now that I received the payout as well, this series with the 100k instant funded account has officially come to an end. I would say that it went pretty well, although we had a choppy start with some few losing trades. However, I was able to stick to my plan and then be able to recover, to get out of drawdown, to get into profit, to ask for the payout and receive the payout as well. And now I briefly wanted to give you my thoughts on the instant funded accounts and in general what I think about the instant funding prop firms. So when it comes to this account, the one that I traded, I think the conditions were pretty good. The spreads were good, the slippage was good. What I noticed is, yes, that the spread was a bit bigger than on a traditional prop firm that doesn't offer instant funding, but still it wasn't something big that would affect me. Apart from that, the process was pretty smooth as well, from the KYC verification to the contract to requesting the payout and then also receiving the payout. It was a pretty smooth process. And overall, what I think is that it is good to be diversified, meaning that if you're already funded with some prop firms, I do think that it would be a good idea to diversify and maybe get an instant funding account as well. However, you guys know that I would never ever suggest to put all of your eggs in one basket, because especially my old viewers know that in the past I had max allocation with a very popular prop firm. I think at that time it was top 3 or top 2 that vanished, and because of that I had to basically restart and get funded again. And that was a big lesson for me that made me understand that instead of having all of my eggs in one basket, it is good to say have, instead of a 400k account at one single prop firm, to have 4 100k accounts at multiple prop firms. That means you can have 3 100k two-step accounts, traditional accounts, and then have 1 instant funding 100k account as well. Okay, this is what I would personally suggest you. However, if I would have to choose between a instant funding and a traditional two-step account, I would personally go for the traditional account, because the conditions are slightly better. And also due to the fact that on the funded account, you will have better rules, okay? We need to understand that the 3% daily drawdown and 5% max drawdown is very different to a 5% daily drawdown or a 6% daily drawdown and a 10 or 12% max drawdown, okay? That, in my opinion, plays a huge role, and that's why if I would have to choose, I would still go for the traditional two-step prop firm route, okay? But like I said, diversifying, I do think that having a instant funding account there in your portfolio might be a good idea. And also, if you're at the start of your journey, again, I would personally recommend you going for the traditional two-step route, and then further down the line, when you get funded, when you start stacking up the payouts, that's when I recommend diversifying and try getting an instant funding account as well. Of course, this is my opinion. I'm curious about your opinion as well, so please let me know down below what you think about this whole series, and also what's your opinion on prop firms in general. And also, I really hope you guys once again understood how trading works, that it is normal to have a very good period, to have a slower period, a choppy period. It all comes down to you, if you're able to stick to your plan, to your system, to your strategy through the good times and also through the hard times, okay? And yeah, lastly, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like, share it, subscribe if you haven't already to not miss out on the future uploads. And if you guys want to see the series where I took a 200k prop firm challenge and documented everything from the challenge phase to the payout, this right here is the first video of that series. You can click it if you want. Trust me, you'll get a lot of value out of it. And that being said, wishing you all the best and take care.